Hello again, traders. Right, this is a video with a difference because it's about Don on Twitter, his motherbar strategy. And before I get into that, I'm going to say I wasn't going to make this video. It's the middle of the night in the UK. Well, it's 4:28 as we stand now. I've been awake since about 2:30, 3 o'clock, I think. I'm a light sleeper, let's just leave it at that. So anyway, during the day today has been absolutely mind-blowingly amazing, to be honest with you. So before I go into this motherbar strategy, what I will say is that I got involved in playing some of Raja Banks, who used to be Wicks Don't Lie, videos recently. Well, I sort of remembered to pop into his live room, and he's changed it a lot recently compared to probably 6, 8, 10 months, 12 months ago, when there was a gang of people in there and it was all very distracting. Now he's on his own. For me personally, I find it a lot less distracting, and I've learned masses. And for me to say that is I would say it's pretty amazing, because many times recently, 6 months ago, I actually said on Twitter, I don't think there's much more I can do here. I've reached my limit of new stuff. And then I found some new stuff, probably within 12 hours. And I thought it again probably a couple of months ago. And that very same day, it's weird how it happens, I found some new stuff. And this new stuff, it isn't me going off at a tangent, it's new stuff that complements what I do. So if you follow me on Twitter, don't get frustrated about the fact that I'm a 3CR and an RSI histo momentum trader. You could take everything else off the charts, the Sonic Dragon and all that stuff, you could take it all off the charts, and you would still find the fundamental RSI histo down the bottom, the bust, break and close, and the 3CR candlesticks. I've taken Aaron's indicator off here just to clean this chart up. I've taken the dragon off, I've taken lots of other stuff off. But what you can see here is just behind this bold Fibonacci blue line here, if you like, is a slightly larger purple, or whatever you want to call it, mauve coloured or indigo coloured pair of lines, and that is the mother bar based on Don's strategy. So it's a indicator that Don mentioned, and it turns out it was already in my indicators list. Master, it's called Master. In fact, I'll have a look at it. Indicator list. Master candle. And he mentioned about version 2. Maybe this is an old version. In fact, we can look at it actually and look at what the details are. Let's have a look. Doesn't say anything on there. No, I can't even click on it. So this one has I think that's maximum number of engulfing candles. So 4, you can change it to 2, or you can change it to 7. The default is 4, and then you've got your colours, and I haven't really checked the rest of the stuff. It's all pretty straightforward. Ignore wick, that's interesting. Sound alert, wait for candle close. Yeah, I hadn't even looked at those, but that's interesting. So let's get on to what else have I got on here? The Fibonacci. This is the standard Fibonacci tool that I've done some editing to, and ideally what I hope we could do, if we push this even more, is find the source code. I'm sure I saw it yesterday on Forex Factory for master candles, and then automatically add Fibonacci extensions to it, so you don't have to manually put this on and off the high and low of the master candle. So as you can see, this says, and this is why I tried to go back to sleep actually and have a few hours after making this trade. And this is only a demo trade. I have actually, on Euro NZD, I have actually made a live trade, so I've got my day's work done. And the other reason I'm making this video is because I've got a busy day during the day today away from charts. So, and my saying is, if I don't make the video when I think of it, it won't get made. And it's quite possibly it wouldn't get made, or it might not get made for another week or 2 or 3 or whatever, because I'd probably go on to some other interesting stuff. So the combination of the 3 CRs, the combination of what Don does with his mother bars, and the combination of what I've learnt from the new Raja stuff, Raja Banks, which don't lie, and my own observations of Raja stuff have pushed my trading into the stratosphere. And remember, I'm a scalper, so anything that improves my understanding of where stops should be, and that's now very much based on what I've listened to Raja talking about in a number of his videos, and they're all on my Twitter feed on, I think it's the 6th of June 2022. So you can search Twitter by date. You could also shove in a search for a hashtag Raja Banks, because I've used that. And the reason I use those hashtags, not for normal purposes to get your hashtags all over Twitter, it's because you will be able to find focused stuff like dashboards, hashtag dashboards, that's mine, as it were, hashtag Raja Banks, because Raja's not on Twitter much, would come up with my recent stuff until other people start to use it, of course, but if they do. But anyway, back to this. So we now have an automated mother bar jobby going on. I hope we can eventually get the automated fibs going onto the mother bar, so instead of me having to put this on manually onto the high and low of the mother bar and then get the extensions as per Don's strategy, and just quickly, in case I forget to say, basically what he does is the mother bar high and low, and then first target is 1 times the distance between the two, second target 2 times the distance, third target 3 times the distance. You know, you can't deny the fact that, I mentioned this also, a 2B reversal has its targets. There's the low, the high, the higher low, so the level would be there. The break of that level, the candle that breaks the level, the low here for instance, would be the breakout level. So interestingly, all of these things tie in together. Ultimate target for the 2B is up here, and one of Don's levels is there. So you've got lots and lots of coincidences going on here, but that's what's happened. That is what happens. You will get confluences of entries, targets, methods, stops, and all sorts for everyone's different methods, because after all, we're all trading the exact same thing in slightly different ways. You know, all the strats and various other methods will all end up having targets in similar places, and entries and so on, but for lots and lots of different reasons. And because they're all candlestick related, you know, 4-bar plays I've heard talked about, 3-bar plays I've heard talked about, engulfing bars, mother bars as per Don, inside bar breakouts, what else have we got on single bars, wide range bars, WRBs, open range bars, ORBs. All of these things will work in a similar way for different reasons and different strategies. So anyway, back to Don's mother bar. So we've got the high and low of that, we've got the projected levels, and as you can see, it hit that level. I'm not going to go into Raja's stops, but I suggest you watch all of his lots of his live room recordings, and in particular, if he produces educational videos for free on YouTube, then watch those until your ears and eyes bleed, because I've picked up so much valuable information just in the last couple of days that it has absolutely lit a fire under my backside, and just made everything so fantastic. So before I go off track again, I will just, because the whole point of this was getting really to suggest that master candle indicator, and quickly show you what I've done to the Fibonacci. Unfortunately, you can't expand this box, unlike normal indicators, but you got your level 1, and the percent dollar just puts the price on to the levels. Percent dollar adds the price to the labels, that's that thing there on the description. Then I've got 1 times the mother bar, 2 times the mother bar, 3 times the mother bar, and 2, 3. I can't quite remember why the difference. I think 0. Yeah, this is my written description, so you can put anything there. This relates to the levels. So 0 would be the high, and -0 would be the low, and then 1, 2, 3 and -1, 2, 3 are the upper, and there you go. You got your -2, -0. That's I've called that M1 and M2 for mother. I couldn't think of anything else, to be honest with you, because you can't put high and low, because what I designed it to do was, if I draw it from there to there or there to there, then it still produces these 100, 200, 300% levels. So if we zone down, you see I've got them below as well. Originally, well, up until about an hour ago, I only had them on the upper level, and then I would have had to change the way I draw it. I hope that makes sense. But now I produce the -1 and -2. I haven't done any more than -2. So as you can see, you've got the second level. If I added -3, in fact, I'll do that now so you can see exactly what I did. So Fibo properties. If I now put -3, add, I'll just do well, I will do the description, -3, and then I can add the description here, and hopefully we'll have an extra level on there. Yeah, there we are, and it will have my weird set of description. So that's how you add the levels to Fibonacci's, and these are all times the distance between the mother bar, low and high. So look how that's moving up now. I mean, you can see why I'm excited, because these numbers, this is only demo, of course, and had it been a real trader, would have taken big profits a lot earlier. But this is just cruising on up so lovely. Don must absolutely be I hope he watches this. Hope you watch this, Don. I mean, it's just fascinating to see how so many different methods work so well. Years ago someone said algorithms run about 70% of the market. I reckon they run about 90% now, and all these different things are probably based on algorithms. We might be totally wrong. I watched a program about high frequency trading where the algorithms were running in nanoseconds, and meters literally away from the exchanges made a huge difference to profit. So who knows what goes on, but I don't care as long as it works. So here we go. Mother bars, that automated mother bar thing, the standard fib tool, that's this thing here. In case you're not aware of it, you just draw it from the high and low of candles, and Bob's your uncle. Now I know we can also have separate from the platform indicators of all sorts of different fibos. So what we could do with eventually getting is one that automatically works with the master candle indicator. And just lastly, this master candle that I found in my indicators list today, let's get rid of that for the moment. Well, no, I'll leave it on there because it's interesting for me to watch actually. The master candle indicator now will flip between time frames and the currency pairs. So as you can see, all these different master candles on the M15 for change to the H1. We've got our master candle and then all these inside bars on the H1. And then if I want to draw my level on it, I just find the high using the fib tool, and then the down to the low. Now the only problem with this, it does snap to the candle levels, highs and lows, which is great for the initial level, but then a pain in the backside to get it correctly on the line. So what I do is just zoom over to where there are no candles and then just let it go. Try and line that blue line up with that level there. As you can see, it's hidden it now, and there we have our extension. So that is 1 times, that is 2 times, and these are Don's arbitrary 100% distance of the high and low of the mother bar. So I hope that makes sense. I hope everything I've put onto this video has made sense, and apologies if I sound super excited about Wicks Don't Lie, and to an extent also this mother bar, but mainly this is about the indicator and the fibs. But you can't help when you add, I said this on Twitter yesterday, when you find other people trading candlestick methods that chime so well with what you do. There's another mother bar, yeah, and it makes so much sense to you. There's your extension to 1 there, hasn't hit it to the pip like a lot of them do, but you can see what's going on, and then you can just drag this over and mess it about. There's another one there. So when you find people's stuff that chimes so well with what you do, it's just mind-blowing. For me it is anyway. So study Don's stuff on my Twitter feed. You'll see his mother bar charts. Study Raja's stuff on YouTube and so on. You know, don't get overwhelmed by all these different little things that I do and add. Try not to anyway. It used to drive me insane when my old mentors and people I used to follow used to go off at a tangent. But you can't rush this stuff. You cannot rush this stuff. So give it the time it requires. Most of it is psychology anyway. There you are. There's another mother bar going on there. Whoops, that's not very good. Messed that up. But give it the time it requires to sink in all this stuff. There you go. So yeah, it's not gonna, there you go, that zap to a candle, it drives me insane. So there's your extensions, and then you can go down your time frames and look at these things in the lower time frames. And I know Don puts them onto stocks. They work on stocks. He puts them on 5 and 15 minute bars. He's shown me that too. So there you go. There's your lower time frame, and look how it respects those levels. It's crazy, absolutely bonkers. So lots of fun. Lovely little new indicator. You could add another few levels, I suppose, and watch it playing on. Have a play. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye for now.